Welcome back to the West Report. I'm Monte Finley, just a little lighter at the top. Have you seen the focus on equity this year in the halls and the classes? Wonder what that's all about? Alejandro will tell you about Joey Wong and the West student equity teams.
Equity is such an important concept to a school as diverse as Greeley West. It's hard to meet the same needs for every student while keeping the same standards, which is why I'm here with Joey Wong, the organizer of the Equity Committee, to get these words out to you.
My mission is to have as much student voice as possible here, varying from freshmen to seniors. We want as diverse as a group to showcase what us students want at West.
Junior Josh was going to introduce his mission of the Equity Committees.
So we're mostly working on making classrooms equitable for every single student here at Greeley West. We're mostly trying to recognize that every single student here comes from a different background and has a lot of different skill sets that aren't necessarily being represented within our classrooms and in everyday lessons. So we're trying to introduce new ways on how we can implement structure for teachers to implement different cultures, different walks of life into everyday teaching methods and seeing how that can improve students' performance in classrooms.
Freshman Lexi talks about the importance of the Equity Committees.
I think they're important because a lot of kids might not feel inclusive and they might not have a close relationship with their teachers, and by having teachers evaluate themselves will help students feel more comfortable.
Junior Jaime Ramirez gives his opinion on how decisions are made at Greeley West.
Well, for me personally, I feel like student voices they're not heard a lot at West. I think a lot of major decisions are made by administrators for the most part. And I think the equity team gives students a great opportunity to be able to voice their opinions and see what they want and see what they want changed at this school.
Freshman SOFIA VASQUEZ talks about how the committees and students can work together.
I think that it will create a deeper connection and relationship overall, and I think that it will create a deeper trust with students, like a student-to-student connection and a student-to-teacher relationship.
Lastly, Jilly asked for student input.
During homeroom, we will have a survey that will be sent out, and it'd be really wonderful if you could fill it out to get more student input in the equity teams.
This is Alejandro Silva, and I'll give it back to Monty.
Thanks, Alejandro. While I have to register for selective service, you younger students only have to worry about the next school year. Teachers will let you know what to do in the coming weeks, but expect more IB classes next year. Shout out to boys basketball, who pulled a win over the #1 team in the state, Holy Family. It's up to the team to keep up the momentum. Congrats and good luck with all of our Betcher, Daniels Fund, and Dell Scholars finalists. Everyone else should focus on their Community Foundation scholarships. See your counselor for more information. Student Council is celebrating their Black History Month celebrations this year. Stay tuned for another broadcast featuring Student Body President Sam Providence. The Matilda book has been shot, and what a story. Witness as I transform to tell you how it went. Watch the hair. It's finally here. After 3 years, the long-awaited Greeley West High School performance of Matilda is ready for audiences, and the thespians hope to make it a show worth the wait. Originally meant to be shown in 2020, Matilda faced delay after delay, being lost in the chaos.
It feels great. You know, it was 2020 and we were shut down. We were 3 weeks from opening and we were pretty much ready to go. We had a lot of work to do, obviously, still 3 weeks out. But I remember succinctly the day Mr. Hilbig came down to tell me I could not rehearse during spring break. And I'm like, I always rehearse during spring break. But he just he looked at me and he said, can't rehearse during spring break. And I could just tell. And I'm like, okay.
But with COVID and then with the school being torn down last year, we couldn't do it either in the past 2 years. And so finally this year, we're going to do it. And so we auditioned in August. We're set back a little bit, but now finally January, show's coming up, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and it's going to be amazing.
Now, with the dust settling, this long-awaited performance has returned from the ashes.
With Matilda, we've put in so many hours, and with every Greeley West show, I mean, it's pretty well known that this is a pretty intense process, but so yeah, I think it's definitely worthwhile though, because what you see on stage is a product of all the hard work that we've put into everything.
But it isn't easy coming back from such a long break, which some actors have seen within rehearsals.
I think I am prepared, but as a group, I think a lot of us have been taking this as a joke, and I don't think everyone is fully prepared. We're close, but I don't think it's 100%. I'd say it's like 80, 88, maybe.
Along with this, one would assume a new building would bring a plethora of positives with new equipment. But as with everything, it comes with negatives as well.
The lighting system's a lot better than it was before. We have all LEDs, so we get to change the colors to whatever we want, scene to scene, whereas before we have to we have to go up to the light system, hang up a gel, which is just like a piece of paper over the light, and now we can just press a button and we can have whatever color we want. We also got new moving lights that we didn't have in the old space, so we can follow people around. They can create cool effects on the stage, and so that's really exciting too.
It's been a challenge, this show, because of the new space. We didn't know when our sound system was coming in, and then it's still missing a piece, and I had to route the sound system around that piece. The light system had issues for a while, and I had to figure those out. This false proscenium is different than it's set up in the old space, and so we had to figure out how to set that up.
Although the new building comes with all the bells and whistles, the culture and the history of the old auditorium is still missed.
I would be amiss to say that we don't miss some particular aspects of the old space just because it was our home. But as this morphs into our new home, and we'll have those same feelings. But we have the opportunity to do so many more spectacular things here.
Despite years of delay and technical dilemmas, the crew is still excited for this anticipated performance.
I am happy to be a part of Matilda and the entire theater as a whole. It opens up new ideas, new experiences. It helps me open up to other people. It gives me my own learning experience. I get to do these cool characters like Sergey. And overall, I think it's just made me happier.
This has been Monte Finley
It's just so exciting.
with the West Report. Great job, everyone. If your itch for news isn't fully scratched, check out the website at gwwestward.com. See you next time. It's been Monte Finley with the West Report.